Hey guys, welcome to my new channel. My name's JoJo, and I'm so excited to finally be able to upload my videos. Yay! So I did have a little bit of problem with my audio. However, the footage was so good, I didn't want to lose it, and I really wanted to share this pretty tasty recipe that is a yummy salsa that you can take to your next barbecue or when you want to have a really yummy, quick salsa for your chips. So let me show you guys how I make it. All right, guys, before you blend your salsa together, you need to get 2 cans. If you're going to make a lot, you need 2 cans of whole peeled tomatoes. This is so important. You cannot do this recipe without the peeled whole tomatoes. If you're not going to make too much salsa, then just use one. The other thing I want to mention is in order to get the consistency for this type of salsa, the chunky salsa for the tortilla chips, you need to use a food processor. I've done it in the blender. It comes out more liquidy, but it's not bad tasting. It's just not going to give you that consistency you're looking for, which is like the more chunkier salsa that you can dip your chips into. So definitely, if you have one, use it. If you don't, I would say just pulsate your blender a few times and just don't let it get super liquidy. All right, let me show you how I do it. All right, you guys, the first ingredient is 4 serrano peppers. My family prefers my salsa to be a little more on the spicy side, but if you're not too comfortable with that, then I would just keep it at 3 serrano peppers. You will also need 3 yellow peppers, they're also known as chiles güeros. 2 jalapeno peppers. I find that 2 is the perfect amount of spice, but if you want to kick it up a notch, then go ahead and add 1 more. All right, you also need a little bushel of cilantro, like half the bushel, or un bonchito, like half of the bonchito, half an onion, a pinch, what you can grab with 3 fingers of oregano, and about a teaspoon of salt. All right, guys, let's get started. If you guys have a gas burning stove, I would say use your gas stove, but I don't. I have an electric stove, so I'm going to be using my comal. I don't mind it. I get a really nice char off my peppers. I did forget to mention that I will be using 4 garlic cloves, and I like to also get a really nice char on those as well. So let's get some char on these peppers. Alright guys, I am so happy with how they look. This is how you want your char to look on your chiles. You don't need to overdo it. This is perfect. Basically, you're trying to get that little char taste on your salsa and not a burnt taste. So I'm happy with them. So let's get to the next step and I'll show you how I blend this. Alright, so let's get started on the blending. I'm going to be adding pretty much a little bit of everything. I just like to chop everything up into the food processor. I have a very small one. It was gifted to me and I love it. Actually, I wouldn't even like get a bigger one just because this does the job. So I just help it along by cutting the chiles and the onion and just put a little bit at a time. So this is the part you want to add your salt and your pinch of oregano. I say a teaspoon of salt, but of course you can add more to taste. And if you like it to taste a lot like oregano, you can add more. I honestly feel like this is a perfect amount. I do kind of adjust the salt taste, just depending. Tomatoes tend to absorb salt, so like I said, teaspoon was pretty good. So once you're done with putting a little bit of everything, go ahead and get your tomatoes. And like I said, my food processor is very small and it doesn't fit too many. But if you have the bigger one, you probably can get away with doing a whole can. So go ahead and add the tomatoes in at this point. Sometimes I do add a little bit of the juice and then go ahead and blend. this is my finished salsa, you guys. Look how much I get from those 2 cans of tomatoes. So I promise you, if you take this to your next event or for your family, they will love you for it. And if you guys enjoyed this recipe, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you can, click the bell for my next notifications when I upload my next videos. I would really appreciate it. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.